In this video, I'm going to show you how I will use Claude's latest feature, remote control, on the go, how you can simply using your mobile app here, like installing Claude to control what you have inside your terminal sessions. And then later on, I will basically show you how I will basically call different sessions here inside of my mobile app here to basically control what we have in our terminal sessions that can be able to trigger like skills, MCPs, sub-agents, and many more. And furthermore, I'm also going to show you how you can be able to spin up multiple remote control sessions and be able to control this inside of your Claude app. And then later, I'll show you how you can be able to verify the changes that you built through your mobile app here. Like what are some ways that we can be able to verify the changes so you can guide the AI on the right track. So pretty much that's what we're gonna cover in this video. And if you're interested, let's get into it. All right, so before we jump in, a quick intro for those who are new here. My name is Eric, and I spent years as a senior software engineer at companies like Amazon, AWS, and Microsoft. And I have started this channel to share everything that I learned along the way, from AI encoding to automations, Web3, career developments, and more, all broken down into practical tutorials that you can actually follow. And of course, we also have a school community where you can get access to all the resource, templates, plus our community supports. So if you're ready to level up, make sure to check out my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get back to the video. So now to get started, here you can see on the left, we have my Pixel 9 here, which currently you can see I opened the Claude app and simply just navigated to the code section. What you have to do here on the right, we have our project open and I have started my Claude Code session. And all I have to do here, just type in the remote control. So if I were to do remote control, you can see we have this command right here, which connects this terminal session with another remote control session, which is what we have on the left. So I'm just going to tap this and click on enter. And basically you can see that the remote control here lets you access this CLI session or through the Claude app so that you can be able to pick up where you left off for the current terminal session. Okay, so in this case, I'm just gonna click on enter and enable. And right here, you can see the remote control is active now. Here you can see we can be able to start this off. Now, if I were to refresh the page, you can see that currently you can see we have an interactive session created for this current terminal, and I'm just gonna click on enter this. And right here, you can see we can be able to interact just like how we interact here. And the message here are actually sync. For example, here on my computer here, I have a ticket, which is this one right here. I'm just gonna simply copy this and say, based on this ticket right here, I want you to verify to see if this ticket is complete inside of this project. And here you can see currently it's doing something, right? So on the left side, you can see on my phone, it is actually synchronized the same exact message that we see in the terminal session. So it's gonna currently calling the Jira MCP server, which is whatever tools that we have in our current local machines for a terminal, it will basically synchronize here. So currently you can see it's going to reading through this current ticket, right? Understanding the ticket task, which is email nurturing sequence and the SEO tool page. Now it's currently trying to explore the code base to verify each items. Now, of course, you can also be able to have multiple terminal sessions open here. You can see on the right side, right, we have 2 terminal sessions. And what I can do here is I'll just basically do the remote control again, and it will basically do a remote control. And here on the left side, I should be able to see it if I were to refresh, right? I can also be able to give it a rename. So let's say this one is currently related to planning, right? So the unmatched page. For example, I'm just gonna say that this is the unmatched page for the remote control. And then here on the right terminal here, I'm just gonna have another remote control for another Claude terminal sessions, right? So we can be able to manage multiple terminal sessions at the same time. So here I am just going to rename this one to be, let's say this Jira ticket right here, which is can 148. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on save. And now you can see we have 2 terminal sessions, right? So I can be able to click on either one of them. For example, I wanted to click on this one, and what I can do is this. So I'll just say, based on the current changes that we have in our current application, I want you to, first of all, understand the current code base and try to see how we can be able to improve the user experience to match more items to the right records between the receipts and the transactions. Because currently we just only have 2 columns for the receipts and the transactions, and there's so many of them. Sometimes it's really hard for users to, find the right one to match, and they have to match one by one. So what's the best experience, right, for this manual match here? I want you to kind of like explore this, trigger the front-end design skill here to do that. So that's basically my prompt. And of course, you can also be able to paste this prompt over to the mobile app. So I'm just gonna paste that over here, right? So you can see that's asking to trigger the front-end design skill here. And you can also be able to change this code mode to a plan mode as well. So you can be able to go from planning instead of the coding it directly. So I can be able to change that to planning. And then here I am just going to click on enter. And now you can see on the right, we have the message here in sync with what we have in our mobile app as well. And here I basically start up another session and basically try to focusing on another task, which is connecting the folders for the Google Drive folder sync feature. And here you can see, because currently I'm on the plan mode, and basically it gives you a plan. So here you can see it has give view a architecture layout, which you can see here. Obviously, I have to zoom out a bit to actually see the better view of this entire plan, right? So you can see we have the architecture plan here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Here you can see this is the full architecture diagram, which we have our database, our API layer, our app autocomplete, and also our UI. So now if I were to navigate to that remote section, here you can see if I were to scroll up, I can still be able to see the terminal diagram, which you can see here for the architecture, like the database, the API layers, the auto connect, and also the UI changes. So I can see that, but I simply just have to scroll to the right to be able to see it fully. And I can also be able to continue planning, right? So here you can see I can also click on a suggest edits. Same thing as what you have here, like type here to tell Claude what to change. And I can click on this, or I can also click on improve plan and be able to have it to execute. So I'm just gonna click on suggest plans right here. And I am just gonna say, based on the current changes that we have, can you also making sure that we're also can be able to have a feature where we can sync all the folders that we have in our connected folder tab. And also the other thing that I want to make sure is that we can be able to create a separate branch for this. And then I also want you to trigger the agent teams here to basically develop this entirely. So then I'm just going to paste this, and that's basically my suggestions. So I'm just going to click on send. And we're basically just going to trigger these suggestions that I just type in and tell Claude to basically replan this whole thing. And then coming back to the left side here, you can see currently is finishing. I like how we have a two view where we can be able to see one Claude session on the right and one Claude session on the left. But obviously you cannot do that on the mobile here, so you have to switch it over. So I'm just gonna switch it over here for the on match page. And currently you can see everything is complete and it's asking me for Claude to read. But obviously it has already bypassed that permission. So I'm just gonna say allow once, continue, allow, and here you can see we have the results which sync with what we have here as well. So the key UX improvements, so focus mode, so click any receipts, right panel, and obviously because this is a remote session, you have to like run it, right? So what you can do is either you can be able to connect it with like Playwright MCP here to tell Claude, say, hey, can you open the browser here to verify those changes? Or the other way you can do this is once you come back to your desktop, you can say, okay, I want you to run this so that I can be able to open my browser and see it. Because this mobile app here connected to your terminal sessions, you can have your terminal here to basically run whatever commands, whichever MCP servers that you want, right? Okay, and then here on the unmatched page, I can also be able to say like, can you give me a terminal diagram to show what the actual UI will look like on the matching page? So I can be able to send this request and basically have it to generate like a terminal diagram, which is similar to what we see here. And here you can see it gives you a axis diagram, right? And on the left side here, you can see on the mobile phone, I can also be able to see it, but you just have to, I think if you have like a tablet, right? Or maybe like a bigger phone, I think it will be able to view it better, but you have to kind of like scroll to the right here to see the actual terminal art. But honestly, I think this is a great way for you to visualize the things that I change on your mobile view, because you can be able to visualize this in a 2D dimensional. So let's say you're trying to have it to build something. This is the 2D dimensional that it has built, and you ask it to generate a 2D view so that you can be able to confirm this is what you want the UI to look like. And if you confirm that, great. If not, you can be able to continue prompt it to make additional changes and ask it to generate like a 2D view to be able to confirm that. Because you're on a mobile view, you can be able to visualize everything. And of course, you can also be able to trigger to have the Claude Code here to trigger the Playwright MCP server here to open the browser, navigate to the page and be able to take a screenshot, compare that with the axis diagram that we have here to basically see if the UI here has all the change that we want.
Before we jump into the next section, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, TestSprite. TestSprite is an AI agent built specifically for software testing. And with the release of the TestSprite MCP, you can now use it directly inside your coding IDE. So Cursor, Windsurf, Claude Code, and more. Setup is super simple. On their website, click on Test Locally, then Quick Install. Click on Add to Cursor, it'll open up Cursor, and you can install it. Done. Okay, so I have this budgeting app I made. Let's try and test it with TestSprite. What I really like about TestSprite is that it doesn't blindly run tests. It first reads through your entire codebase, understands the documentation, and validates the results your AI agents produce. Here, it'll prompt me to run the MCP tool, and I'll allow it. Now, TestSprite will read through my entire project and test it meticulously. And then look at that, it generated a full report detailing all that was tested. At the bottom, it shows me some of the key gaps or risk. One of those risks is that it only has in-memory storage only, and that data resets on server restart. Okay, let's check that out. Turns out it was because I've been saving the data with an array. Glad I caught that, so let's just fix it like so. Much better. Most coding agents today average around 42% accuracy. But with TestBright MCP, teams have been able to boost feature delivery accuracy up to 93%. So if you're interested in checking it out, you can watch the video I made on it or click the link in the description below for more details. Back to the video.
Now, the other thing that I want to show you is, let's say you have to go and you have to have your Claude Code session to connect it with your Claude Code app. What you can simply do here, you can see on the right, I already have a conversation going. So simply I just type in remote control, right? I can be able to access or be able to connect the remote control in the midway of the conversation. I click on the continue or show the QR code, and I can be able to connect it with a web view of Claude. But for our case here, I'm just gonna click on continue here to basically connect it with the mobile app. So once I have that run, you can see we have the remote control active. If I would refresh my mobile app here, you can see now we have a remote control which sync with all the conversation that we have in both ends. Obviously, your computer on the right here has to be open so that the Claude Code here can be able to make the change based on your current applications, right? And you can still like view all the past conversation here entirely throughout this entire conversation, even though that you connected the remote control in the midway of the conversation. And so all of those features makes the Claude Code remote control very accessible so that you can be able to use it anywhere in the world. And let's say if you have to go, or let's say if you have to be somewhere, you can always use your cell phone here to monitor this, right? So that you're not losing control over what's happening right now. And that's pretty much how it works. So lastly, what I want to show you is how you can be able to terminate the remote control active. So right here, you can see the remote control active here is unable. I can be able to see it at the bottom here. So I simply just do the down arrow key. I can be able to select the remote control active, click here to view the details, and simply all I had to do here, just click on enter to disconnect. And here I will just click that, and it will basically disconnect the remote control, which you can see we no longer have that. That session will basically be terminated. Okay, so pretty much that's how it works. All right, so pretty much that's it for this video. You can see that in this video, we went over how we can be able to use remote control here, connect our mobile app with our Claude app so that we can use Claude Code anywhere in the world and continue the conversation. So pretty much that's it for this video. And if you do find out this video, please make sure to like this video, consider subscribing for more content like this. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.